Hello, it's good to have Martyn, my friend, my business partner, and a very resource person with me today again on this podcast. Something very interesting. So, Martyn, how are you, buddy? Well, how have you been?
Yeah, well, good. Thank you very much for asking, and I hope you're well too.
I'm very well, thank you. So, today I'll be tapping into your wisdom again. And this topic is a very interesting topic. A lot of people are looking for different ways to generate streams of income using the internet and different ways. And one of the ways is through writing. How do people make money by just writing? And specifically on today's one is I'm going to ask you, Martyn, writing blog posts, how creating regular blog posts can turn it into cash.
Yes, one of the most often asked questions when people are in business is, I know I have to blog, but I don't really know why. I don't really know what to say, and how do you optimize it? So the important thing is that the way the blog is written, if you try and talk about too much in one blog, it won't work for you. So you've got to really need to make each blog post on your website or wherever you decide to write the posts, make it a subject, a one subject, and featuring one set of keywords. And we'll talk about keywords shortly. But you can, by producing regular posts, say weekly or daily even, and it can turn them into cash because you use the blog posts to make a point about a subject that people are searching for. So while they're searching for it, they find it because you're talking about that exact thing. And that allows you to put a call to action within the blog post or at the end. So you could say, visit my course online, or would you like a regular subscription to my email newsletter? And because so many people are reading your blogs, you will build your email list quicker. And if you've got something to sell, you can actually sell it quite often off the page because they've gotten to know you through your. So the first thing is to target a relevant topic with search potential. So you do need to have something that people are looking for. So pick a topic people are actively searching for online and use keyword research tools. There are plenty out there. Google's got one of their own. Just type in the Google keyword to identify popular terms related to your niche. Now, if they're already typing in those terms, then you're safe to write that blog because you will be found. And look for longer phrases. So if you're in a business like I am, marketing, if you just use marketing, you've got too much competition with everybody, the millions of people that have written blogs about marketing. So my name, for example, of the business Marketing Bugle, when you put those two together, it's only me that's doing Marketing Bugle. So therefore, I come out on top. So that's just a little, it's not a trick, but it's just a strategy you can use. So you have to craft a compelling title and what they call a meta description. So if the title is good, when the results appear, and you've got pages and pages of results, if your title stands out, then it will be the one they click on, which is what you're looking for. Once they've clicked, you've got to get them into reading the actual article that you've displayed in front of their face. So your title and the meta description are like shop windows, if you like, for your blog posts, and make them clear, concise, and keyword rich to entice the clicks. The meta stuff is what Google and the other search engines use because they need that to display it. So if you want to see what the results look like on the results pages, that's the meta that is behind your blog. And all blog systems, if you like, allow you to write in a title and some keywords and, of course, the meta tags. Structure your post with clear headings and subheadings.
Yeah.
When you put your heading in, make sure it looks like a heading. So you've got to capitalize the first letter of each word to let the search engines know that it is your title. And then, of course, you've got a subtitle or a subheading. Now, this improves the readability. It helps search engines understand your content and allows users to scan for specific information. Recently on our blog posts, both Effie and I are putting chapters in. So when you make a video, they may not be interested in the title, but hang on, third item down, in 6 minutes in, he talks about how to deal with nerves while you're speaking. That's exactly what I want. So they click on it and you can go there. So by having headings, subheadings, and structuring it and keeping it informative, that's how you've got the winning, engaging content.
Great. So that's very well detailed. When you were talking, you talk about using blog posts to increase your mailing list. How can one actually turn a blog post as a marketing tool to build that mailing list? Can you simplify that for the audience to understand?
Once you've getting traffic, getting visitors to your blog, that's the main aim. But don't think that you should just post blogs for the sake of it. There's got to be something you need to achieve. So I mentioned earlier about having something, a call to action, something that you must do in every blog post. Never make a blog post just for the sake of it. Always have a call to action. And one of those could be, if you'd like to know, they've already engaged with your post, of course. If you'd like to know more about this subject, then join my newsletter and I will send you regular updates without spamming your inbox, for example, and ask for their first name. I always ask for the first name and their email address. And once they join that, you can keep in touch with them on a regular basis without having to fight for it or to pay for ads to get there. So you can actually optimize for featured snippets. So these are short summaries that appear at the top of the search results for specific queries. So joining your list can be one of those. Aim to answer common questions related to your topic in a concise and informative way. Keeping it simple, as you've just mentioned, will get you more people. If you complicate it and you're saying too much in one post, then it will confuse the audience. And if they've got more than one call to action, they won't do any of them. So make it so, read this post, click that button.
Great. So from your experience and expertise, what is one of the big common mistake you think people make with their blog posts?
They know about keywords and they know they should use them. And so the first mistake they make is just stuffing keywords in their content. And that will be immediately ignored by the search engines because your post has got to be appropriate to what they're typing in. So if I'm looking in for more information on public speaking in Bournemouth, for example, and you come up, but I find you're not from Bournemouth and you're not local and you don't know anything about that, you're talking about something else. You've just made it clickbait, so they click, go to your post, and it's not what they want. That is the biggest mistake people make. They try and fool you into going there. You've seen them on the ads that you get on the edge of social media. When you click on them, you go there, and it's nothing to do with what the headline said. In fact, it's total waste of time. So you've got to be transparent and you've got to be genuine and you've got to make it informative enough and give them value.
Awesome. That's very good. And I believe it's something you're very good at and you may be helping people. So how can people learn more about you, Martyn, if they want to reach out to you?
Yeah, go to martynbrown.com. That's Martyn with a Y.com, martynbrown.com. And you can link a call to me. It's free and we can chat about it and see how we can help you.
Very good. What is your final word regarding this topic today?
Remember, building a loyal audience and establishing yourself as an authority in your niche is crucial to long-term business with any of the monetization methods. So yes, you can monetize your blog once you've established that audience and they trust you and they know you and they relate to you. So blog post as often as you can, but if you're doing it weekly, keep it weekly.
Yeah.
And if you're doing it monthly, keep it monthly. But the more often you do it, weekly is ideal for most niches. People will stay in touch with you and get them onto your email list, build that list, because that is going to be the backbone of your success online.
I like that. The discipline of committing to it. If it's weekly, commit to it weekly. If it's not, if it's a monthly, decide how many you want to write weekly, how many you want to write monthly. And consistency is the game to achieve success with this.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Martyn. Always good to hear from your wisdom and expertise.
Thank you, Efe, and we'll catch you next time on another podcast.
Very soon.